Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to Reacting Madoka Magica. Now we are on the season finale, episode 12. Last time I'm watching, and by the way, I said it on the last two videos, I'm watching all three of these back to back to back, pretty much. So still kind of surviving off of the last two. We've just seen Homura's like backstory in that, like, why she's so attached to Madoka. Being that she's been doing this time loop trying to save Madoka from being a magic girl and like watching the entire cast die over and over for pretty much her entire, like, I don't know, for like an extremely long time. I mean, she's been reliving the same month enough times that her personality's completely shifted. So I'm guessing hundreds of loops, you know, years upon years of this same experience over and over. I mean, that'll drive anyone kind of crazy. And we're currently at the point where we're in the timeline that we've like watched the show in, like the main timeline. Madoka presumably has already made the contract with Kyubey. I mean, we're kind of led to believe that, but we're not necessarily. We don't know what she wished for or anything, or if she even has done that. Or you know, maybe she figured something out. I don't freaking know. I mean, we're led to believe she made the contract based on the way she's speaking, but we'll see. And Homura is like defeated. She tried to fight off Walshburn alone, couldn't do it. Despite literally setting off an entire military like barrage at home at the guy. It was like got a carnival theme, which is pretty sick. We got a lot of answers to the questions of like, why is Madoka super strong? Well, it's because, or like have a lot of potential. It's because she's like the crux of like fate in a way, and Homura is the one that's caused this to happen, right? By doing this loop over and over and like basing her actions off of Madoka. That's what's given Madoka so much power. So I mean, maybe, like, I don't freaking know what's gonna happen. Maybe Madoka's gonna have enough power to somehow beat the system. Maybe, because like, think like the good and the bad, right? The joys and the sufferings, they're very intimately bonded in this like series, right? Like, as a magical girl, the amount of good you put in the world comes back and bites you as bad. That's the whole magical girl to witch thing, you know, yada, yada, yada. So if we can find a way to, like, I don't think we're either gonna break the rules somehow, which I'd be really surprised if they could figure like out a way to do that, or like, you know, finesse the rule a bit. So I'm thinking like, what if we take all of the bad, the suffering, and put it somewhere we don't care about, and then take all the good for ourselves. Example, another timeline, destroy it, and then jump to and then just, or like something like that, like destroy a timeline to save a timeline, and so Madoka has to like self-sacrifice to like save the world, but she's dooming herself in the process or something crazy. Or just taking upon, maybe you could just wish for like, this would be crazy. What if she just wished, like, I wish to suffer incredibly for 10 million years. Boom. The amount of suffering she has, she's like the martyr, and then all the bad things she's feeling will come around and be positive or something, right? I mean, how can you play the system? But yeah, Homura was like about to turn into a witch when Madoka stepped in. So she had pretty much given up hope of being able to beat the loop on her own. Or just beat the loop in general. I do feel like she did kind of try to do this, so this is like not me faulting her, but like Homura talking to everyone and admitting that she's in a time loop can be really powerful, I think. Because if she talks to Mami, Kyoko, Sayaka, Madoka, like full squad, full group meetup, and she says, I'm in a time loop, the proof is blank, 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 like it's gonna rain tomorrow, whatever, you know, she's in a time loop. She can find ways to prove that she's in a time loop. I mean, that's just how time loops work. Go watch Groundhog Day. And if she can convince everybody of that, then she just, like, as a group, they can all brainstorm together like a way out. I'm going to guess that they've kind of done that already, and they just couldn't come up with anything, like that happened off camera, because that just is kind of like the logical move that I would make. Well, that's just an idea. I don't know, I'm kind of stressed. I don't know how Madoka's going to get out of this, because like, we're seeing a Madoka that's very reminiscent of magical girl Madoka in that she's like confident, because, you know, the entire time Madoka's been super beta, super insecure, all that stuff, and that's because she's just, you know, whenever she's not a magical girl, that's just how she is. But the little bits of her as a magical girl that we saw were very confident, very self-assured, and all that, and that's how she's acting. So I'm kind of worried. I'm honestly still thinking about Mommy shooting Kyoko and then wanting to literally kill everyone and then kill herself because of the whole witch thing, which is kind of a reasonable idea. Because if you die before you turn into a witch, then we got to do all the good, and then there's no witch. That's kind of a dub. That's kind of good. That almost feels like it's breaking the system. Because, like, imagine if Madoka saves the world from Washburn and then snaps her soul gem in half and dies. The world isn't gonna, Madoka's not gonna turn into a witch and ruin the world anymore, and we saved the world from Washburn. That's net gain. But it does require self-sacrifice. And that's kind of reminiscent of what I was trying to say with the whole timeline thing of, like, maybe there's a way that we can sacrifice Madoka or sacrifice a version of everything to save everything else. As well as the idea of Madoka wishing for her own suffering as a way to take upon a bunch of negativity to put out a bunch of positivity, and self-sac. That's all I got. Let's get into this episode. I'm worried. Also, I do want to say the last 2 episodes, I record them back to back. Last 2 episodes, I looked at the footage. It was like kind of janky, kind of wonky. Sorry about that. I probably made a message about that in the description or something. My program auto-updated, I think, and just screwed itself up, but I fixed it. I'm looking over it, and I'm looking buttery smooth. I'm looking more or less buttery smooth. So yeah, sorry about that. It happens. We're doing our best. Just like Madoka. My poor little Madoka. Okay, I'm done being stupid. All right. Episode 12, finale. And then, I'm not going to watch the movies probably as a reaction, but I do want to watch the movies. I don't know. Well, probably not, because whatever. What am I talking about? Let's just watch the freaking show. 3, 2, 1, bam! But like the movies are different, right? Okay, what'd you do? She hasn't done it yet. Okay, what? Okay. I'm going to use my life for it. What have I been fighting for? Oh. I mean, she's been fighting to give Madoka an incredible amount of, like, potential and power. Oh, that's a good shot. That she's even able to make the wish. Oh, that's even cooler. I am the person I am now. I'm kind of scared. I'm scared because it's because I'm watching so many dark shows right now. Like, whenever a character is confident in this way, I think they're gonna sacrifice themselves. It's like this. Like, I know how it's going to end, and so there's nothing to be afraid of. It's like this certainty. Okay, let's see. Dude, stop tantalizing me! Okay? Kill every witch. That's what you said I could do, so I'm gonna do it. Yes. It's all been for me. It's all been for me. Okay, that's what. Okay, yeah. Like, become powerful enough that you can break the system itself. So, is she gonna be able to do that? Blah! Oh, jeez. Imagine they just restart the... no, what is this? Final episode, My Very Best Friend? Dude, they're feeling themselves for that one. I said, what if they were going to restart the series as if, like, nothing happened? Mommy? Okay, the ultimate self-sac. Yeah, but like, let me just suffer for all of eternity. So she's sacrificing herself with her potential to break the rule. Or at least to get rid of witches in the formula. Oh, Kyoko, what's up? Man, we're gonna see Sayaka show up too. Man, and with all the time, they've probably spent so much time together that they just don't remember, or are like currently remembering. Oh, her outfit. That's good though, right? I think that's good. I mean, to lose your own self-concept to become hope, that sounds kind of pog. Right, Madoka? Yeah, you're done. Go home. No, I don't mess with you, Walshburn. I just do not care. My rose bow. Yeah, time to get one shot. Brat. Brat. Imagine just looking outside and being like, why is the weather doing this? It was raining a second ago. Are these all the magical girls throughout time getting saved? Oh my god. She literally shooting the arrows through time to save everyone. This poor random girl. She just clutched it out. But what's gonna happen to her if she's absorbing all this throughout like all of time, you know? I mean, she did clutch it. I wonder if that was the carnival girl. Because so to erase the witch that she just shot, she erased she fixed the magical girl that birthed that witch. Because that kind of feels like more the idea here. Rather than kill the witch, you know, it's let me stop the witch from being born by saving the magical girl. And she can do this because Kyubey gave her all that information too. Like, that's what inspired her to do this, I guess. Oh, Viking! All these poor random magical girls. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. They're getting insane with some of this. Holy crap. Like, they got mad historical for a little bit there. Oh, you're still up. You're still... What are you doing? No, you're done. You're done. You're cut off. No more. Yeah, okay, so she's taking all the negative emotion upon herself. Where are you? Are you on the moon? You're in the loading screen. You're in the loading screen of the new universe, Homura. That's where you are. So you're able to see this. Kyubey, you're able to watch this too? Kyubey, you're OP. It's an entire comet. But she had to... Yeah... I guess. So what, she's just a black hole? Oh, wow. That's how you feel? Did you just destroy the planet? Madoka, what are you doing? Madoka, what's going on? Including yourself? Okay, she's a straight god. She's an astrological god. I don't have much to say on that. Bro, poor Homura. Dude, I'm Homura at this moment. Just watching, like, I don't know what that is, dude. I'm on the moon. She was actually on the moon. What the heck? Okay. So she's like like they said, concept. She's just the concept now. Oh, she metaphysical with it. Okay. Cube, but Cube, you're on this level too? At least Homura is kind of on the level 2 that she's able to be here for it. This is insane. This is insane. The amount of times that you shot me. Poor Homura. This is such a weird show. I was not expecting this. Bro, Sayaka in shambles right now. Yeah. She's just space and time. Oh. Okay, thank you, Madoka. I guess. That's true. That's a good point. Red string of fate, man. Red string of fate. Your name moment. She's gone, yeah. She's donezo. Okay. That was a smart cut to guy playing violin. I'm here for this. Hunter exam. I'm sorry. Oh, don't play Ave Maria. I'm done if you play Ave Maria. I can't listen to that right now. He's playing it. I know this song, right? Let me just enjoy this song. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Oh, she's meeting with everyone. That's why we're listening to this. So she self-destructed the like magical girls as well. In like a way, I guess. Because she got rid of witches from their birth, which is magical girls. It's odd to see Madoka like this too, because we've seen her so like, I don't know, indecisive and pressured the entire time. That's sweet. But then she just becomes she's just resolved to do what she has to do. Hitomi. Bruh, you're still bothered by that? Wow, rolled and smoked. How is he feeling? You got a glimpse of it. Wait, I have no idea what they're talking about. Oh, so you vanish instead of becoming a witch. Y'all don't know what that means, do you? Do you? Nah, nope. Okay, so it's not that magical girls don't exist, it's that witches don't. So you can still have a magical girl up to the point. Oh, look, her brother. Drawing Madoka. Is that what this is? Yeah, because her family forgot her too. Shut up. Like some anime character, I swear. So what happened to Sayaka? Sayaka's vanished. Sayaka's done. If I had a daughter, that pisses me off, but it is what it is. The moon, La Luna. Okay, yeah, this Kyubey doesn't even remember, huh? I'm living proof. Sure, okay. That's lonely. That's incredibly lonely. I mean, I guess she's used to it. Now shut up, Kyubey, and eat your black coal. So... yeah, I hate incubators. I don't even care about the life cycle. Whatever. There weren't any wraiths. What the heck? Where's a wraith come from? Eat your giblets and stop talking to me, dog. I ain't mess with you. I don't care. I still remember the last timeline when you were a dick. Are they just like subconscious now instead of manifesting? Right. Like the collective evil subconscious or something now gets hunted by magical girls. The miasma? Wow, look, Kyubey and Hitomi. Your name's Hitomi, right? Why did I forget your name? What the? Dude, it's because I'm in shock. Okay, they're working together. It's cute. So what did Madoka do? Oh, she uses a bow now? Is she using a bow? Okay, that's really sweet. I like that. Oh, boy. Is Sayaka gone? Oh my, what is that? Okay. I'm not gonna talk yet. I don't have anything to say to you. Don't forget, always somewhere someone is fighting for you. As long as you remember her, you are not alone. So that's attesting to Madoka. That she, like, is always, she's everywhere having fought for you so that you could have hope. I don't understand. That looks like kind of witchy. Oh, she hears Madoka with her, though. Holy crap, what is going on? They're doing like a film reel now? That's it? Is that it? Okay. 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 Madoka? Madoka, what happened, Madoka? Madoka, I know you were explaining it to me, my girl. So she's the concept of hope? Dog, she got hoed. She got hoed. She doesn't think she got hoed though, so I guess she didn't get hoed. Wow. Yeah, I mean, they really kind of went hard. Is Sayaka gone too? Where's Sayaka? Hey, what happened to Sayaka? She's gone, led away by the indelible law of the cycle. Miki used up all of her remaining power in that last attack. That idiot just when... She didn't have to let herself vanish just for some boy she liked. So... I guess now it's like a system... It's a different system now. Madoka rewrote the rules using her power, but it's still a system that... Like, I don't know how this current system is better than the system we had, while still maintaining the kind of rules that we had. And they kind of, I think they were spelling it out, but I was a little distracted by the whole Madoka is now a concept thing. And this. And like, okay, so like what was the, okay, I'm just gonna rewatch the entire episode, screw you. Okay. I'm stomached. Be quiet. Shut up. Shut up. I hear you. I hear you right now. You're giggling. You're schlacking. You're typing or something. You're doing something over there, and I'm not a fan of it. Okay. Okay. Based on Madoka's new laws, Hitomi being built different. Her name's... Why did I feel like I forgot her name? Her name's Hitomi, right? No, Hitomi's the girl. What is her fucking name? How did I forget her name? Dude, I can't do this right now. Okay. Shut up. Her name's not Hitomi. Or her name is Hitomi. I'm getting confused between like 7 people's names right now. And this, like, they're like talking to everybody on like their deathbed, kind of like it's like this, like they're not talking in real space right now. Okay. We're gonna just restart. We're just gonna restart. I'm not gonna cut anything. You're still getting all this, obviously, but we're just gonna calm down. We're gonna regroup. We're gonna go back to the start, and we're gonna figure this out. Okay? Madoka, what'd you say your wish was? I wish to erase all witches before they are born, all the witches in all the universes, both past and future, with my own hands. So she wished, basically for the power of with my own hands, to get rid of all the witches. And the prayer was so strong, because she's so strong because of freaking time travel girl, that she was able to do that. And so now Madoka's like the new fundamental law of the universe, as opposed to being a girl. Like, she's given up her humanity, but she still exists, and her voice still echoes in people's heads, and in like the daydreams of children and whatnot, right? So it's not like she's gone, but rather just transformed, as a manifestation of like hope and like childlike wonder or something like that, right? Oh, okay, look. So all of these girls are vanishing instead of turning to witches. So that's like so you can still become a magical girl, but then where's the negative energy coming from? Because that was the entire thing, right? That it was the roller coaster of positive to negative energy is where we got the positive emotion to negative emotion to where we got the energy from. So, but now there's no negative energy because you're not a witch anymore. You get to, once you've, like, I guess you're still absorbing the grief, but then instead of having this cathartic burst, you're just fizzling away. But I guess it, like, that still gives her, or sends the energy out in the universe that Cube gets to eat, or incubators get to eat. Or like Madoka as the concept of the universe has taken the burden, and so it's like she, is serving as the witch in the law. She was able to bring forth enough hope to give birth to an entire universe. It will also become enough despair to end the entire universe as well. But then she just erases that. It's like saying, like, okay, so what happens if I wish for something? If I wish for something, I become a witch. So I will wish for all witches to disappear as to negate the consequence of my wish. Boom. And it was holy writ. That's exactly, I think that's just where we're at. Man, look at magical witch mode Madoka though. She looks like a moon. because she like killed her witch self as well. It's so discombobulated. The reason I'm so discombobulated, because obviously I'm incredibly discombobulated. Okay, come on. The reason I'm so discombobulated is because Madoka went from being a girl with no power to being a concept of reality, the law of the universe, in like 10 minutes. And like this was, of course, like it's built up to, and it makes sense in like the lore, I think, but like it's just a lot to take in. So, and this isn't true. No one will ever be aware of your presence. You'll never be interact with anyone. She's interacting with people, and people are aware of her, just not in the same way. It's like utterly transformed. I can see everything that ever has or will happen. Both the universes that could have happened, but it could have been, and all the universes that might one day be, all of them. That's why I finally know how much you've done for me, how much you care for me. So it's like her optimism. And like her pure spirit allowed her as God to be like a positive thing, I guess. It wasn't until I became this way that I could truly know who you are. Bro. It's difficult for me because she kind of brute forced it, right? That's the way I'm kind of feeling it. She just, I guess it was pretty clever, like the whole wording of like, destroy all witches, and so you're negating the consequence of your wish because you're destroying that. And maybe that wording combined with her potential is just enough. I mean, that's just kind of where we're at, that was enough. But it's like she negated the rules. She negated the rules. But that's good. And it did come at a cost. But Madoka's fine with the cost. It wasn't like I don't know if I'll really be able to say it's a sacrifice, because she's become the embodiment of hope, I would say. But the world still sucks because there's wraiths. Sayaka, you died? You're vanished? I ended up causing you... Dude, I need to, like... I don't even know what to do. My brain is, like, stuck in grease right now. I'm in a grease trap. I'm in a fly trap, man. I had to leave things as if... Okay, run it back. Who are you? Who looks like a freaking... I ended up... Shut up. In order to save you, I had to leave things as if nothing had happened. Zerol, this future would have to disappear as well. But I thought it probably wasn't exactly what you wanted. I think your... Shut up. I think your wish and all the hard work you did for it were truly precious. Absolute wasn't meaningless. So, it's just fine. And then they're gone. So the timeline they're currently on, I think what we're watching right here is the timeline where we were on getting erased. And so it's like she's with Sayaka as that's happening. And then that's why it cuts like right here, and now he's in the other timeline. Like the actual, now Madoka has rewritten it. That's why he's in the suit as opposed to the badge, because he never had the accident, or I guess presumably was cured in a different way by Sayaka in this universe. And so now he's like Big Chillin'. Though he does have a very faint memory of that. So we've erased the timeline we're on and the laws of that universe and replaced it, but like these little vestiges of it are still like seeping through, similar to Madoka episode 1. And I guess the new thing is like if you use up all the energy in your grief seed, you disappear. So magical girls have... There might not even be grief seeds anymore with wraiths. all her remaining power. I'm kind of guessing maybe in this new system, like, there are no wraiths. Or, I mean, there are no grief seas. So you become a magical girl for a wish, and then so you still sacrifice your life for that, and now you have a set amount of energy that you use to combat wraiths, which are like some sort of subconscious negative emotion of mankind, like the curses and the hatred between people that have made manifest, right? And so you fight that off with kind of Madoka as your guide. And so they're still, I guess Kyubei's still farming people in that there's still all those negative wraiths that are getting cold and then consumed, but it's not, it's more like this collective farming. Like we're farming the collective hatred as opposed to making one magical girl go through this cycle and then birth a witch that then we kill. Like I feel like we've kind of shifted from it being like magical girls are the collectors of the field as opposed to being the cattle. Right? So the field of mankind, which is evil and has evil in it, and then the magical girl is the sickle that comes through and then cuts it, feeds it to Kyubei until they break and die in exchange for the wish that they did. Which is why Sayaka even like let herself vanish, was her making the wish in the first place or something like that. But then you go until you break, as opposed to originally it was you make a wish and now you are the farmer who kills the cattle for Kyubei to eat, and then if you do it too many times, you become the cattle for Kyubei to eat. So it's like we've shifted it. I think that analogy is where we're at. And I'm saying this as if this isn't the freaking final episode. I mean, it's over. There's no frick, man. So it's still not, I like that, like, it's weird because it's like I feel like this current system still feels like it needs to be bad for Kyubei to gain energy off of it. But Madoka, so like, how is this better would be my question. And I guess you could say that it's better because Madoka has let magical girls not have to go into the negative in emotions. Right? They don't have to become the cattle. They get to just be the sickle, which is purely positive. So, you know, magical girls, they they send their lives away to get rid of the negative welling up of mankind, and then they disappear. So they don't have to become evil. But I would guess that this system is probably less efficient for Kyubei, huh? Less money, you get less cash. So Midoriya had to sacrifice herself, but it's not even like a sacrifice. She's just enlightened, or on a new plane of existence. She's Buddha. She became Buddha. Dude, they got me messed up when they freaking went to Sayaka and her with the boy. I mean, I guess it's fitting. You couldn't really end this like in a happy way. It's just like, it feels like it's like kind of half happy and half good, but then half still bad. So like I don't know how to feel. I'm discombobulated. I don't even think I said anything during the entire show, which is crazy to me. Yeah, so collecting curses has been a much faster process, literally, yeah. So it was much more efficient because we didn't have to just wait for the collective humanity to get upset and then find a magical girl to actually cull it. We could just, it was way more powerful. Though, I mean, this is better, right? Because, I mean, it's just better. Miasma is a good word as well. That's one of my favorite words. M-I-A-S-M-A. Like, just in general, I like that word a lot. It's like that heavy, gross, nasty stench. And so they're like saying that, like, I think the miasma is like reflecting like the collective nastiness that brews in mankind and like between humans. Continues repeating its hatred and tragedies. It's still the place that she once tried to protect. I mean, hope. I remember that. I will never forget it. That's why I'll keep fighting. Boom. And then last bit. Okay. Don't forget, always somewhere, someone is fighting for you. As long as you remember her, you are not alone. This is crazy, by the way. This little chunk here is crazy. I don't even know why it's crazy, but it's just crazy. I think it's the way they say her. Because her is referring to Madoka, and I think it's really just sending the idea that Madoka's like become this mythological thing, right? Which makes me sad because I like Madoka. And I don't know how to feel. And it makes me sad. Though it's like sad mixed with hopeful. Oh man. This freaking show. It was really good though. This was a good show. I think the mid game was the strongest. I think it went like it started like, you know, it started okay. I didn't like the first episode very much, but then the second episode, third episode, fourth episode was really good. That was like peak. And then it like settled and was like really good. And then the Kyoko stuff was really good. And then I would probably say it started at like 6, 9, 10, 8, 8, 8, 8. Something along those lines. Or maybe in 9, somewhere in those 8s. Though man, I need to process this hoe before I can really like think about it. Oh man. I'm definitely gonna do a tier list for this video too for the characters at some point. You know, my girl Madoka, my girl all of them. Rank them a bit. Why the wraiths look like this too? Where even are you? Are you in the Sahara Desert? Do I even have anything else to say? I think I get it, you know? It's like I'm a human, and so to just even try to conceptualize someone becoming, rewriting the universe and becoming like a god figure that's just a concept, and like a mythos, that she represents the idea of, like, I don't even know if hope's the right word. That's the crazy thing. She's just like this enigmatic pushing on despite the pain kind of figure. And so there's still pain in the world and we still have to fight it, but we've made it better somehow through the process we've gone through of Hitomi. Yeah, her name's Hitomi. I don't know how I forgot her name in the middle of the show like that. That was weird. I think I'm blaming the show for being discombobulating. No, I mean, I nothing to blame. That was just weird. But I don't even know. I'm so lost right now. I'm just gabbered. But she smiles. That's just the affirmation we're looking for. Homura. Have I been saying Hitomi? Homura. Her name's Homura. Hitomi's the... I'm looking it up. I don't even care. You think I care? No, obviously I care because I'm looking at it. Hitomi's the girl, bro. Hitomi's... I've been saying the wrong name. Hitomi's been the, Hitomi's the one that snatched freaking Sayaka's chick. Not Made in Abyss. Holy crap. Hitomi freaking Madoka Magica. I'm just looking it up. Yeah, I've been saying Hitomi. It's Homura. Dude, I swear. Yeah, this is Homura right there. Why did I think her name was Hitomi? That's crazy. But yeah, Homura smiles at the end, so it's all that Madoka went through and all that Homura went through ended up being a net positive. So there is hope, and there is good. And the power of humanity outweighed the current laws of the universe that were as they were. But only because of Homura's suffering and dedication in the time loop was she able to lift homegirl Madoka up to that level that she could even make that sacrifice. Though it's not even as much a sacrifice because Madoka seemed to really be here for it, you know? She was here for it. She said, I don't care what I become. Like, this is going to win. And then now she gets to be the universal hope, which is all she wanted to be. I mean, even the entire time, she just wants to be someone that, like, helps. You know, that's, like, the essence of her. So for her to be able to do that at the end is, like, the best ending she could get, that she could ever hope for. And now all these magical girls, like, it's still sad and they still vanish. And that's the price for their wishes, is that they dedicate themselves to this process and then wither and then disappear. But at least they don't, you know, cause incredible amount of suffering, like or at least the negative emotions aren't nearly as strong. But it still is a process that Kyubey can feed off of and maintain the universe with. It's just not as good. It's not as strong anymore. Oh boy, that was a crazy show. This last episode was lunacy. This was completely insane. Like, this felt like something that, this reminded me of like the end of Serial Experiments Lain and like Neon Genesis. But the entire rest of the show wasn't really going there that often, you know? It like got so like psychological, not even psychological, but just kind of weird in that really good way at the last second. But like I wasn't mentally ready for it, man. Which isn't like a bad thing. This part almost made me cry a little bit, I won't lie. With the violin and Sayaka. I think Sayaka's maybe the best character. Cause I don't know. Madoka to me became so good that like I don't like, she's now a concept. Like she's not Madoka anymore. You know? You kind of get what I mean? Because, like, she's just the concept of this good hope. Kind of whatever you want to put into it. But she's no longer a human who struggles and has that person, like, you know? So, there does feel like this loss there. Which is really kind of messing with me. Though I think the transformation was good and it's what Madoka wanted. But I don't know, man. I'm gonna definitely be thinking about this as I'm trying to go to sleep tonight. That's for sure. Honestly, I think that's gonna do it for Madoka Magica. On to the next. I don't know what we're gonna watch next after this. But you know, freaking you're gonna. I probably just go look. I don't know. Crazy show. I really liked it. I think their best parts were the character, like the trauma, the way they processed trauma was really good. And the way they kind of wrote the characters, they felt like they had a lot of depth and they acted very naturally. I'm a little confused on Madoka as a character. Cause this like, it's like she feels like she kind of became something else at the end. Before she even transitioned to a magical girl. Like, where's all this confidence come from? I was literally wrapping it up, but I do this every time, where I'm wrapping it up and then I get sidelined. She, like, becomes resolved, which is what we saw in the other timelines with her as a magical girl. She just eventually hits the point that she's resolved to take it upon herself. And be the her that she wants to be. But that's hard. That's kind of odd to me because I feel like so much of her has been throughout the show characterized by her insecurity, her like all of her interactions with Sayaka, all of her interactions at school were like insecure, and she's kind of always on the back line, and she's always kind of cowardly in beta. But then she just completely like champions up. And I think it's like through all the pain she saw, you know, like through all the horrible things that's happened, it just got her there. She just stopped being insecure, and then she was kind of enlightened by the experience with Kyubey. And like came to understand. So like she's the thing that she was mad at Kyubey for, because she was mad at Kyubey. Did you never try to understand how much they were suffering? She's now the force that understands that suffering and then gives them a freedom from it by making them vanish. She's like the thing that she thought was missing from the system. At the cost of her own humanity. It's just she seems to have developed in a way that I wasn't like I can't tell when there wasn't like a moment that stood out to me as like a big snap. I guess this would be it, when with this crazy shot of as she saw everything throughout history, because it's like this new timeless perspective on everything. And after she has that talk with Kyubey, then the next time we see her, she's leaving her mother, and she's become resolved. She got the idea through seeing it throughout all the time and through empathizing with everyone. Like, oh, well, let's just get rid of it, like, no matter the cost. Which we have seen as something that her character is capable of doing because of her whole magical girl persona. Like, the way she was as a magical girl was very confident in this same kind of way. It's just, man, that's not the Madoka I was raised with. I was raised with this very insecure Madoka who was always pressed. And then she just pressed back. And I wasn't ready for it, I guess. Yeah, she chatted it out. She just tightened up. She just did what you have to do, which is, oh, I don't like witches. I want them to be gone. All right, I wish for them all to be gone, no matter what happens. And I guess I'll just talk about this too. These like some of these historical scenes, were like, this is like the bombing of whatever, like of all sorts of places. This is the Holocaust, right? I mean, they're in this train with the yellow stars, and then like slave girls in Egypt or something. This is like maybe the burning of like witches, or I don't know what this is. But man, they really connected like a ton of historical events in very quickly there. Which I was not, that completely caught me off guard. Well, rip Kyubey's farming simulator. He just got a huge debuff on his output. But worth it because now humans are empathized with their suffering and all that. I guess we won. I guess that's GG. Easy clap. Kind of feels good. Kind of feels good. Kind of came at the cost of Madoka, as I've said like 7 times, in this very unique way. But yeah, I mean, that'll do it for this series, Madoka Magica. On to the next series, whatever it is. I hope to see you there. But, you know, until then, until next series, if you like the video, like the video, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Comment down below if you enjoyed. If you have anything you want to talk about, of course, let me know. But until then, until next series, that's all I got for tonight. Peace.